Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the North American Weekly of Ocarina of Time Randomizer. Today, you will see two runners on screen. We have Hyper and Mr. Carb. I am none other than Cemetery 2121, and joined here on comms with me is Hagmania. Tracking for us today, we have none other than Axel Ryman and Cyber. So give them all a nice shout out. And say hello, Mania.
Hey there, everyone. Hope you guys are ready for some weekly action. Looks like we've got 21...
We have 23.
23 entrants in
We've
this
gone
race.
up 2 since last time we looked.
All right. Sweet. All right, so we are looking at the Season 6 settings with a very important change here. We've got Dungeon ER for you yet again. Season 6 change. The standard weekly settings are about to change, though. This will be the last week of Dungeon ER. So today and tomorrow, we'll see what settings change after that. So I'm here to wonder and see what lessons our runners have learned over the past few weeklies with Dungeon ER. So I'm excited to see this sort of wrap up to these settings here.
I am truly shocked all our runners are good to go a minute before. I mean, I'm starting them here on the top of the hour, but this will be quite interesting. We are going to have fun. Our devs will take the settings to the dartboard after the weekly to change them up to see what else will be fun.
Yeah, so the question did come out. What about the new settings? So the main difference is Dungeon ER. I do believe as well that spawns are no longer randomized in these settings. I believe you start as adult. Yeah.
Oops, I have to reload. Give me 1 sec. You start as an adult, and your spawn point will be in the Temple of Time, whereas a child, your spawn point will be in the Kokiri Forest. We do have open forest and open Deku Tree because with our dungeon and entrance randomizer, we have to have it that way.
Yes, you may require to beat the Fire Temple, which entrance is in Deku Tree, so you'd have to go there as adult.
Hey, that's actually what happened with my last time I commentated. Okay, we are immediately getting a peek at what it is. We have Forest Temple, Deku Tree, Fire Temple, Shadow Temple, and Spirit Temple.
So again, those are the rewards coming from those temples. So those are not the entrances. Those are the temple completion itself. All right, so we're gonna play Requiem straight away here on Hyper side, while Carp is gonna go check out Temple of Time hints. See,
yeah, I mean, Requiem gives us another song
and a dungeon check.
Ooh, Spirit Temple goes to Forest.
All right, Requiem leads us to the Forest Temple.
We get Song of Storms from Requiem song check. Kokiri Forest to the Phantom Ganon.
Yep, a duplicate of Kokiri Forest to Phantom Ganon, and then Cack to Twin Rova.
Okay.
Ooh. Gerudo Fortress is foolish.
Wait, that was Cack to where?
Cack to Twin Rova.
Update all these hints, so. And Ocarina of Time does teach us Prelude of Light. Not needed with our reset, so it's not a hard AD for that. Okay, it sounds like it's very quiet, so I need to turn people up. Give me 1 moment.
Yeah, so it will not be a required all dungeons for the song. Now we may have to sniff around all the dungeons here, especially with Dungeon ER. So
is that better for Carp, or is it still too soft? Anju gives us a heart container. I can make anything sound really hyped, and then it doesn't. So I'm guessing that 5 rupee and the heart container heart piece is not our hero or where the hero item.
Probably not.
Darn. Runners are, and if chat is curious, our path items could just be the songs. As if there's a song in that area, I have seen paths be like the windmill song, and it's not that recovery heart either. Ooh, we do also have what chest texture meets or chest texture equals content.
Yes, so you'll see major items with the large gilded chests. Small keys will have the silver banding. Ooh, is that just a... What was that on the graveyard ledge? It's a quick peek. May have just been a piece of heart.
What's your gamble on, or what's your guess on time for Carp on Dampe? I say 49.
Oh, let's go 51. Say he gets sniped by a flame there. Alright, song in the windmill is Bolero of Fire. Okay, well, that's a dungeon check. Yeah,
that's a free song too.
Yep, little song chain and yeah, another peek at a dungeon here.
It wouldn't be Vanilla Hook as path to things because Kakariko Village is a different thing than Kakariko Graveyard. Kakiro, Kakariko, however you want to pronounce it. You almost nailed it. You're 1 second away. And it's Dense Fire. Ooh, that's not a bad find. But, I mean, useless until we have magic.
That is part of the equation to the Nocturne pad, the Shadow Temple entrance.
Which Shadow is a medallion today.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what we need. We'll see what temple is required there.
Yeah, I keep forgetting the war part. So, or the dungeon randomizer, entrance randomizer.
Don't worry, we'll keep you on the straight and narrow here.
Any skulls hints have we?
Not seen any skull hints yet.
That is Nehru's Love, by the way, up on the graveyard platform.
Okay, all right. So it was a little shiny, but it was not a piece of art. It is a magic spell.
Okay, we are not going to be zootering safely, so...
Yeah.
Yes, Scoob, it is a cemetery seed. Rob, would it be bad if I'm racing? We'd be here for hours upon hours if I was racing. I am nowhere close to good racer. I finished the seeds, but I can't do like 3/4 of the tricks that everyone does.
I believe we have seen this, but I did not. We failed to mention it. It's Burning Cactus Serenade. I believe Hyper saw that clue. Hint, sorry. Clue. What am I?
I'm getting distracted by chat blaming me for stuff already.
No worries. We can heap all the blame onto you. All right,
I fully will take the thing. Team buy a shield kicks in right now. I am usually team don't buy a shield because I like taking that extra damage. That's a joke, by the way.
I think shield purchase is very useful, especially in Dungeon ER. You might need to clear out Deku Tree as an adult. So being able to do that first pass, because you have to have a shield to get into Queen Goma's room.
And give me just a moment. My cat decided to flop down on my mouse.
All right, we're going to see Bolero played by Hyper here. So we're going to pick at the volcano.
I cannot tell what's up on there. We get Epona's song, though.
We do have a horse. Song. Yeah, that's a horse.
Well, that gives us Gerudo Training Grounds access.
Hang on. I don't believe Hyper checked Fire Temple entrance. That's
a bit of not.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. You should at least poke your head in there. Oh, that's Spirit Temple. Okay.
Where's Spirit Temple?
Wait.
Where's the entrance to
So
Spirit
that
Temple?
was at
Oh,
Dodongo's
at
Cavern.
Dodongo's Cavern. Okay.
Yes.
Took us to what? Forest?
No, Dodongo's Cavern took us to Spirit.
No, but we checked Spirit earlier.
Spirit took us to Forest. That's correct. Sorry. Yes.
I'm just putting this in our chat hit, so we can always reference it later.
Fair enough.
DC took us to Spirit. And Fire takes us to Water.
Okay. Fire to Water.
One moment, I'm updating him. There, now we have a simple reference for a bit later. I realized I forgot to include Gruda's training ground in that, but I can update it later. 40 is dead. No! 40 Skulls is dead? Can't have it all, can I?
Oh, I'm sure there's still plenty of devilishness in store for our runners here. Just wait, Sim.
So, Child Shooting Ground gives us just 50 rupees. Wait, that's because we don't have the slingshot. We got money.
Yeah, it's a bit of a interesting call here from Carp.
He does have a shield. He bought it.
Does have a shield, but not
no hook,
a
no
ton
string.
that you can see. Yeah.
No bow. I mean, you have this first check here. This is what, the compass check or the map check?
All right, let's see it.
It is just a key.
All right.
I don't know if just a key is the way to word it. It's a key. Hyper going to show us what's at Lon Lon Ranch right now. If you can get there, come on. You're almost... Oh! Jump! Whew! I always get worried when I get stuck on that ledge. So, did you know these 3 magic cuckoos that Malin has are the 3 that we do not collect for Andrew anymore?
I love this headcanon.
I mean, it makes sense. Where does those other 3 chickens go? Talon, yes. I always get Talon and Malin reversed. Ooh, there's our gold rupee. It's such a waste when we already have full rupees.
Why are goods?
Why are we reverse wastelanding on Carp's side?
My thought is to just get that knowledge about GTG.
But we have Eponas too.
Well, even if you have Eponas, I mean, that means it's in logic, so why not do it this way?
Depends on which way you prefer.
Oh, yes, I think you mean reverse wasties. I failed to uphold my end of the bargain there, chat. My apologies.
Wait, did I miss a foolish hint without realizing? Oh, we don't have foolish hints.
Fortress is foolish, but GTG is not. So it's actually not so bad to go there now and peek the dungeon. I kind of like this actually with GTG foolish, or sorry, GF foolish.
Wait, we do have foolish hints?
That's Kakiri sword in the windmill. All right, that's big.
Ooh, that is a nice
Or
find.
sorry, in the silo, not the windmill, the silo.
It's a nice find, actually. You can still do Deku as an adult, so it's not as huge requirement. That is a small chest. We didn't get to see the texture of it over there, though.
Yeah, I suppose with. I hadn't actually considered it before I sat down to commentate, but I suppose with Open Deku, Fire Temple is foolish. That Kakiri Sword is sort of just superfluous, huh?
So it's Gerudo Fortress. That's foolish.
Yes, Gerudo Fortress and Fire is foolish.
Okay, sorry. I got the hints updated now. We are good. We have Fire Temple and Gerudo Fortress is foolish. We have Kokiri Forest to Phantom Ganon, Kakariko Village to Twin Rova, and 40 Skulls is dead.
And importantly, we did get ZL there at the Saria song spot. So,
ooh, that's a nice song to have.
It's a nice pickup. And we also have Song of Storms. So after we poke around the Kakiri Forest Deku Tree area, probably going to be taking that Storms over to Kak again, and might sniff around the well entrance, figure where that goes to.
Ooh, and Gorampot is dead. Shazzy, we are not looking at a required Jabu Jabu to bottom a well. We are not required for the song, at least, in all dungeons, but we might have an Oops 80 if we need items in those.
Okay, so in the standard, the weeklies, King Zora skip is allowed. So interestingly enough, we may not need Rudo's letter if there's no major item for us in bottom of the well, which is inside Jabu Jabu's belly.
We have not found our item that would lead us to Twin Rova and Kak. A lot more checks we can do. Even with us having a Kak hint, Skulltuz will never be that Kak hint.
This is a good point. So GTG is the Deku tree. So there's going to be an adult dungeon at Deku, I think, is the result here.
Wait. Sorry, I just look at Discord real quick.
Yeah, so.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, we have. Have we seen the Redead Grotto?
I have not seen Redead Grotto.
Yeah, we don't have explosives yet. Still hunting for explosives.
Yeah, we don't have a way to get in Redead Grotto because we don't have explosives for Hanan, and that's a Kokiri to Phantom Ganon again. Because we could always use that hammer to smack the hole in the ground for Redead.
I feel out of my comfort zone here with Dungeon ER. I'm trying to get my bearings. Stick with me, chat.
Over in Discord. So we can have our hints updated as we need to. Our past ideas.
Oh, speaking of explosives, that's a bomb bag.
Okay. And that is a scale for Carp, by the way.
Ooh, and a strength. Okay. All right. Now that strength would definitely fulfill the path of Kakiri Forest to Phantom Ganon.
Yeah, that would definitely be that thing. I'm going to update the hints.
It's important to note then that our other strengths will be strength locked. Or, yes, behind forest completion.
That strength is huge to find. I mean, you can't do too much more until you have a hook, but it's still a nice grab. Actually being helpful.
Yes, that's a very interesting logical consideration. We do need a fire source since this is only available. Deku Tree is only available as an adult.
Yeah, so we're not going to be able to complete it at the moment. Wait, we've already checked everything, so I don't think we're going to find magic in here. Or we have 2 more checks.
Yeah, I think Deku Tree entrance will tell the story here. That should map out the rest of our child dungeons, I think. If I'm thinking about Dungeon ER correctly.
It's an interesting thing. It is still newer.
Cactabongo Bongo. Oh, okay.
That's
So,
double Kakariko for...
Cactabongo, and we've not fished out, anything. Yeah, there's still a lot of stuff to find in Cac. Yeah, what a surprise. Kakariko holding all the goodies.
Water's wet? What? Zora's River to Morpha.
Okay.
We can now access, by the way. We have bomb bag.
I'd be placing some high priority on Zora's River then. It could very well be a hook shot. And that is Dodongo's Cavern there in Deku Tree.
Okay, so Deku to Dodongos.
So I think that places... Jabu in the well.
Well, Jabu... It's funny. Jabu is entrance to Well, so Welsh is the entrance to Jabu.
Yeah, I think they would just swap.
Hyper now going to get his fire temple checked and realize it's it's water temple.
All right, Cart, gonna check out the waterfall. Thought said the windfall.
Another Cac to Twinrova. So which dungeons are we still looking for? We need our shadow entrance.
Yeah, could very well be looking at... So we're looking at Ice Cavern, Shadow Temple... Ooh, that's a
Forest,
bow in the waterfall.
Temple.
All right, that's a
Ooh,
nice
That's a
pickup.
nice bow.
Yeah, so
But he doesn't have the
Shadow.
strength for further into... he hasn't done Mido's house, so he doesn't have strength 1.
GTG, we haven't found that yet.
So GGG, fire, shadow,
And ice.
and ice.
And we've not checked... We've not checked Shadow Temple entrance. We've not checked the Ice Cavern entrance.
Where else are we missing?
We don't have a hook shot, so we can't get into the Forest Temple entrance.
So that's 3.
Yeah, Hyper is super psyched to have these bombs now, finally.
With that bow, Carp is going to finish off Deku Tree. Looks like. Out of logic, but...
Oh, okay. I see what's going to happen here.
It takes a very very unique arrow shot.
Oh, another bow sitting there in Lost Woods for Hyper.
Ooh, that's a nice pickup, because that way he doesn't have to go to Gerudo Valley. And 50 Skulls is dead, by the way.
Alright, so we could very well be looking at 10 or 20 having a major item for us here. This is the reason why it's nice to buy a shield in Dungeon ER. For this very reason.
23 is 1.
Alright, big rolling. What we got?
They see me rolling. They hating. And it's a slingshot.
Alright.
That gives us our kid shooting gallery.
That is another check.
It also gives us the Kokiri Forest target in the woods.
All right, down goes Goma.
Wait, I blinked and I missed it? I mean, it's a really easy dungeon. Just a heart piece here. Nothing on Goma. Nothing actually really here in Deku Tree.
Yeah, importantly, though, it is the Forest Medallion, so we'll get the Prelude check.
That is a nice check. Also to note, we do have Fire Temple that is foolish, so meaning we just have to beat the boss. We're not going to do anything additional hunting. Ooh, that is huge on Hyper side. He now has magic.
Wow. Big Roland strikes again. That's a slingshot at the Hot Rodder in Goron City, and then taking that slingshot to Lost Woods and the target in the woods.
We can truly kill. We can logically kill Goma now.
That's right.
Hyper's just routing this. Great, except for he does not have the hint for Pot being dead.
Unfortunately, I don't know if did Carp find that Gerudo Fortress foolish hint.
Don't think he did. I think that we saw that on a Hyper side.
I see. Well, that's unfortunate, as Carp will spend a few seconds. You know, Bomb Cheese would be a nice pickup for sure.
I continue to question where. I mean, Morpha was it Zora's River to Morpha? I still really want to check out Zora's River. You're getting a maze check here.
Nicely done there on Carp's side.
Good, solid 1580. Ooh, he doesn't have the scale, so he can't. He can't get quickly over to Zora's River, but.
Alright, that is Skulltula number 4 for Hyper.
And Skull Mask is dead.
Alright, so you won't have to really fool around too much with Lost Woods.
And also, that final check here in the maze is dead. It's just a regular chest, so we don't not need to worry about coming back here.
Carp riding out of Valley. Interesting. Yeah, unfortunately, need to get over to Mido's house if you're on Carp's.
Yeah, Mido's house is, where is that? You can't. He doesn't even have bomb bag, so can only do this open grotto. All our Skull's hints are dead.
10 and 20 still looming there.
Yes.
With a couple of cack paths, so can't be slouching on the Skull collection just yet.
Was that on top of Dodongo's Cavern? Ooh, wait, we already had the Dodongo's Cavern 2 Spirit. But let's check out, we do have a slingshot, so Child Spirit is easier.
Yeah, finding this child, not a bad option here.
Just gotta see how annoying the Stalafos is today, right? So far, it hasn't been too bad, Alex. Hyper has gotten the items he needs to keep going along as a kid.
Alright, Carp is going to find strength and a bomb bag here in Mido's house and start
that
rolling
will
again.
help him out. That will be really nice.
And with that bow, could definitely see them.
Ooh, you know what he might? Well, it's decent for checks. Would it be worth going into Dodongo's cavern here as when he goes to check that in?
Well, certainly, I'd say so. It's a lot of quick checks.
So we don't have a 30 hit yet? Is that what it is? Childside has been nothing but keys. Ooh, it's raining here. Nice. Well, I was supposed to do something after this outside. It doesn't look like that's happening now because it's downpouring.
Oh, alas.
I mean, unless I want to be out in the downpour, but I don't think I really want to.
Carp
Even
says,
at
thank you very much. I'll take these bomb bags into Donga's cavern. Yes, sir.
Even at 70 degrees, I think being soaked is not as fun. So, what do we have in store here in Dodongo's Cavern? I like doing Dodongo's Cavern as adult. It's so much faster.
Yes, that's the standard operating procedure.
That was Bighorn dead, it looked like.
Yeah, if you're able to do DC as an adult, even if it is not a med, you'll often see runners plow on through it. It's a lot of quick checks.
Yeah, it doesn't take that long to beat.
Just very good density.
Yeah, another one that's commonly done is well. I thought Ice Caverns always the play. Rush Ice Cavern. That is... Oh, go ahead.
A big poe in a bottle, yeah. Interesting.
Interesting find, definitely in Child Spirit.
Ooh, that does mean we can... Oh, wait, we don't have... Well, we do have ZL. Yeah, we could KZ skip.
Good old Leap Skip, that is allowed because we're not in the Season 6 tournament match.
Ooh, there's a big chest here.
Is Pharaoh's Win? That's a nice find because he does have magic.
That has to be especially nice for Dungeon ER.
Holy crap, the sky opened up. It is really coming down. I like it. Sorry, distracted by weather. Someone played Song of Storms here, apparently. I also am glad that fire saving is allowed. That is also the other trigger of what it could be salty. Car is in my garage, so sadly it's not going to get washed, but someone might have. No, I am a fairly far south, much further south than that, Hanoi.
It's not monsoon season yet for you guys.
Hurricane season?
Well, yeah. I know your weather patterns down there. You guys will get a lot of rain in for like 15 minutes at a time.
A bottle for carp.
That's good. Yeah, bottles for both our runners. Then definitely putting. Ooh, but Carp has not been to Child SFM. Has not picked up Zelda's Lullaby.
Okay, I give the slight disclaimer. If I suddenly disappear, my power might gone out because it is storming.
We'll soldier on, Cemetery. You stay safe. But for now,
you're stuck with me for now.
Yes, yeah. For now.
Axel, that door doesn't open if there's no power.
Nah, I'm an approachable, flexible, easygoing guy.
Oh, Mania is amazing. So even if you're stuck with just Mania for a little bit.
Yes, and very, very important checks coming up here. Storms in hand, so we can clear out all of River, and this is Path to Morpha, so...
I'm thinking it might be our hook shot, so...
Well, these runners are certainly hoping it's the hook shot.
That would allow us to full clear forest, by the way.
Ooh, gonna plant the bean here in the river. Spicy.
Man, even so, I think it's funny. A fun fact about King Dodongo is the fact that even with the big Goron sword, you cannot one-shot him. Frogs, what do you have for us? Or let me correct that. Frogs 1, what do you have for? There's a Rudo's letter.
Okay.
That could be interesting because we could actually have something in what, or the item be in what.
That's right. And with Zeldas and explosives, oh yeah, we're gonna be clearing out the well here. No doubt about that.
Because Jabu Jabu's entrance is well. Good, something I actually remembered correctly for our entrance randomizer.
Yeah, Hyper's found the route, at least in this early game.
He's god routed this so far. I can't slight anything. And yes, 30 Skulls is officially dead, and that was a Hylian shield. Hey, you got a Zora River to Morpha hint in Zora River, and that is a wallet.
Oh. Wallets.
Do you not like the idea of the wallet possibly being the idea?
It's just, oh well, of course I love the idea, but my tummy hurt a little bit for Hyper there, seeing that wallet. Makes you a little sick to your stomach, having to think about a wallet as your path item.
Tuna logic? Money logic?
So what this really means is that if it is Tunic logic, unfortunately, we're no closer to that hook shot than we thought we were.
We're going to check out well anyway.
Oh, definitely.
Because that's just a bomb refill over there.
Alright, so it is Rudo's letter or the wallet that is the path to Morpha. Yes, welcome Raiders! CSR2, raiding with a party of 40. Hope you guys enjoyed your race. We are right now in the middle of the action of the NA Weekly for Uter here. Checking out some Dungeon Entrance Randomizer. We found several of our entrances already. We're about to go check out Bottom of the Well.
Yeah, we have Jabu Jabu's Belly's entrance being Bottom of the Well. And ironically, Bottom of the Well is also Jabu Jabu's Belly, but...
Oh! Is that Zora's Fountain Foolish? Or is that Zora's Domain?
That was Zora's Fountain, I think. Or, no, Zora's Domain. That was Zora's Domain's Foolish. Wow, that is a great place for that hint.
Ooh,
that is ideal spot for that.
That is a perfect spot for that hint.
So, anyone that was saying in chat that we're going to have Flame Storage, Zora River, or Zora Diving Game, I'm sadly to say we're not.
Whew, fish, please! Alright. Carp's farming up a little money.
Money's always nice, and that is Saria's song.
Alright. That is Saria's song, just 7 years in advance there.
Tress. Crap, I'm gonna be stuck in that the whole time. I think so far here in the well, but checks to do.
Seeing the power of chest texture matches contents, being able to get a lot of peaks really quick and clear out this well even faster than before.
Sorry, shout out to Trez, who is amazing, is one of the top people here for Zelda speedruns, and helps fix things when I break things, so. He was doing the restream over on Z2, and he rated us over here. One of the top people, you and DB.
Top person Trez in the chat.
Top person Trez. Trez does a shit ton. Trez is amazing. Not just one of, but the toppers. Trez is on top.
Well, if he is the top, he's certainly one of the top.
Yes. That is a good chest peak for Hyper, by the way. Chains.
All right, bomb locked in the well.
That's a hook shot.
All right.
Yeah, Rudo's letter does take us to the hook shot.
That will fulfill the path of Zora's River to Morpha.
You know that's our second path fulfilled.
Yep, still have a couple of unresolved Kakariko Village paths to Twin Rova and... Oof, my apologies. Shadow Temple.
Mongo Mongo.
Yep.
Oh! That's the other one!
The other hook shot on Link the
That
Goron.
is not our path.
No, it is, because it's a long shot.
So, oh yeah, because it's one of our two things.
Yeah.
Wow! That is some interesting finds. Within, like, 2 minutes of each other, they find their hook shots. Question is, how long until you go and get the other one?
Carp needs to get over... I believe Carp... Yeah, if Carp checked the hints at Deku Tree, which I failed to see if he did, he would have gotten the Zora's River to Morpha information.
So now we have Water Temple that's fully beatable and Forest Temple that's fully beatable.
It is important to note, though, that Carp will need to go to River as Child, because it was the Frogs 1 that got Rito's letter.
Yes. Take the S off, Alex. That is true. You know well is on Jabo, so you do want to go to River as a kid.
Yes, but you don't know that Rito's letter is what is in the river waiting for you there, so you wouldn't be able to get to bottom of the well yet.
But you're not gonna leap skips. Oh, you haven't checked Ice Caverns entrance, so you might leap skip. He hasn't fulfilled his He has not filled that yet, so he will fully check everything. Knowing that Frogs 1 is only a child hint or child check, he will probably go as child.
There's 8 skulls on Hyper's side.
That is just a full heart container in the wall.
Diesler. It's funny. That hint is not a path hint.
What?
The hint that Diesler was mentioning was
Oh, sorry, I
stating
need to
that
take that off there.
the entrance is... Yeah. Oh, I see. My apologies, Diesler.
That was me. Blame me.
There is an actual hint stone that says Jabu Jabu's entrance is bottom of the well.
Hashtag blames him. Not exclamation point. Hashtag blames him. I mean, unless you want to try and convince Trez to make a command for blaming them, I wouldn't have a problem with that either. We are missing a path hint, yes. Child to adult will take longer, but adult to child is really easy. You just save and reset. See, it hasn't been too bad, Scooby. I mean, if you look at Hyperside, he's just steamrolling it. Items.
Yeah, Hyper's really found a great early game route for this seed.
Carp gonna head into forest now that he's able to beat it.
Well, he's gonna check out the entrance.
Yeah, and that's true. I keep forgetting the randomizer. Dear God, that's a fun setting to try and remember every time.
Ooh, this is Fire Temple. Okay, well, this is foolish.
Foolish, but it's a required.
But it is a medallion, so we'll need the hammer to beat this place. And
But
we'll
we know
to...
the hammer is not in Fire Temple, at least.
That's correct.
Typical Florida. We downpoured, now the sun's out.
Carp now going to beat Forest Temple.
Yes. You can fully clear it.
There's a good order of operations there, going and checking the entrance at Forest Temple, and then playing Requiem and coming to beat Forest Temple itself.
So we have the Snooze West of Forest Temple, followed by, I'm not sure where Hyper's going.
Hyper, you're gonna go out here to Valley. So we'll get another bow.
Hyper does not have Minuet. Carp does not have Minuet.
Yeah, Carp put in some major walking there to go check the Forest Temple entrance. Yeah, Valley Lake into Age Change. This is a nice little combo here. Gonna grab the owl after Valley Lake.
That's a nice pickup of a heart container. Yes, we're already healthy. We have, what, 7 hearts now on Hyper side? Compared to 4 on Carps.
I think in most cases, if it's a full-on heart container and you're just going to walk right by it, I think most people would just grab it.
Yes, this is. I have seen some where runners have like 10 heart containers, and I'm like, holy crap!
All right, get the recoil set up here on Carp's side.
Just wondering what he was doing.
Nicely done.
Burning Cack is a Serenade. In Cack was Bolero.
Yes, Bolero was at the windmill.
Remember things. I feel so special. We have Fire Temple is at the Forest Temple entrance.
But Fire Entrance
Is Water Temple.
Is the Water Temple. And Prelude of Light is on OoT there, 0 for death.
So we're not going to do much here. Or we're not going to go AD just to get Prelude. I still wish we could have a setting to where the Fisherman's Hat was required. As adult.
You know, kind of comparing just the general route of Carp and Hyper here, our two featured restreams today. I feel like Carp has been really narrowed in on figuring out the dungeons and the entrances and then just going into progression as soon as possible. Whereas Hyper is sort of formulating an overall route to their entire Seeds gameplay here, instead of sort of kind of disjointedly going from dungeon to dungeon. Now, Carp is definitely in the medallion lead, but it might be a bit extra walking on Carp's spot, and Hyper's more well-rounded routing. I think at the moment I would rather be in Hyper's position, although Carp does have the medallion lead, so it's a trade-off.
He does have the medallion lead, but he is working on his second medallion where Hyper doesn't have any.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Hyper has a lot more item knowledge.
Right. Yeah. I think just Hyper's routing, generally speaking, is a lot more flexible.
He did point out Carp has not picked up that magic from Target in the Woods.
Yeah, and they'll need to get Slingshot off of some check. We know that there is one at Hot Rodder in Child Goron City.
Yeah, there's 2 possible other ones. It technically could be Slingshot locked, but
yes, and there is the possibility of another magic, being available for Carp that is not behind magic. So,
and sure, Dodonko's Cavern goes to where?
Spirit, but he has already cleared out. I thought.
Is he going to Well? Is he going to Jaba's?
Yeah, we totally expected Hyper to be age changing here, and you kind of threw a curveball at us.
Or is he taking a very, very long? He doesn't have.
You're gonna turn in 10 skulls. It looks like.
And then he can go.
Oh, okay. That's a pretty nice pickup there for Carp, getting a slingshot. So that is magic whenever Carp goes and clears out Target in the Woods.
Yeah, Carp does have a scale where Hyper does not. He got that in Deku Tree, actually.
Yeah, I can definitely see the thought here being... I know that CAC is a double path, and I can clear out some skulls here at nighttime. I can check out Reed Grotto.
Well, we haven't checked our 10 skull turn-in.
Right, yeah, that's kind of what I mean. I can see Hyper's idea here by going into night CAC.
You go into Nightcack, you get your 10 skull turn, or you get your 10 skulls, your redead check that you haven't done here, and then you just walk over to town and become an adult.
Yeah, it's quick skulls. Yeah, it's quick skulls into this check in a double cack path, and then going over to age change. I can definitely see that and understand the rationale behind it. You can also, well, you don't have boomerang. You can also open up the well with storms.
Which would give you access to Jabu Jabu, but we don't have the ring, so yeah.
Yeah, it's not a med, and you don't have rank. Yeah, I don't think there's very much value in that.
10 has our Zord tunic.
Okay, well that at least confirms that it's not. I mean, regardless, there was a hook shot in the well behind Ruto's letter, so that path was resolved. But we also know that it wasn't tunic logic with that wallet sitting there for more fun.
But that still, where is our items, or what's our path for hack?
Oh, now that has some implications, though. If the other wallet is sort of deep.
We still have 20 skulls for a check.
And adult archery? Have we seen that?
We have not.
Yeah.
That is our winner's. We have our winner's heart piece. Sunsgrave doesn't count as a CAC check, though, Zolty. Kakariko Village, and we have Kakariko Graveyard, which are two different things. We saw... Ooh, we haven't seen Child Chicken.
That is right. We did see adult Anju check. We've not seen chickens.
What the
Yeah,
hell?
this makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, you want to get that child chickens. You don't want to abandon chickens when it's double pathing. One out of 3 left in your check-ins or checks, and you haven't found any of your path items, and that is Nocturne.
Okay, Nocturne here in the Sunsong Grave. Well, I suppose this would be Composer's Tomb.
Actually, that allows us to check that entrance too.
Yeah, that's a good check there.
Man, this routing for Hyper is something. There's another hint for Fire Temple.
Yeah, go. Yeah, there we go, Hyper. Yeah. Go check that entrance.
Ooh, Strength 2 over on Carp's side.
Wow. Okay, so Carp pushing progression is turning up more items.
So that opens up Spirit Temple for us.
Yeah, and it's likely pointing at Mirror Shield in Kakariko Village.
Yeah, adult spirits.
And as we mentioned, that was a strength lock strength, so that does line up with Kakiri Forest to Phantom Ganon.
Carp does have the slingshot, so who's tracking Carp? Can you please add slingshot?
So Shadow and Ice are transposed here, so you'll need to get into Zora's Fountain as adult to get to the Shadow Temple and beat Bongo Bongo.
We can weep skip, so we're good on that part.
That's true. Yeah, Carp has found Slingshot and a Strength 2, so 2 progressive items here for Carp in the Forest Temple, really paying out, beelining this progression.
I don't like this from Hyper if he goes into Jabu's.
Might just be opening it. Yeah, Carp's child section will be as long and involved as Hyper's, so...
Even with Pharaoh's Wind, it's a stone dungeon, and so... Maybe he's realizing that, and...
Yeah, I think Hyper had not quite figured out that it had to be Jabu Jabu here.
Ah,
But
true. We figured that out logically. There was no hints or anything to point to that.
But at the very least, Hyper has now confirmed that it is Jabu Jabu at the well entrance. So
He spent for Kerp.
yeah, Carp making pretty good work of this forest temple.
And very clean.
Yep, just a solid playthrough of Forest Temple, picking up a couple of items. I think things are starting to round into form here for Carp, although they really need to get to Zora's River as a child. So
River's a child and slingshot in the woods.
yep.
Target in the woods. Ooh, Hyper abandoned or not doing chickens before he goes to unless he's trying to kill time here. I'm just confused what he's doing now.
Yeah, I think he is spending some time of day here.
Is it to open town or is it to
Looks like it's gonna be to go back adult.
Ooh, that's painful to isolate chickens like that.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this is also going to well, I guess we don't have the lens, so I was thinking like if he had lens, this would block that off, but we're all good.
So Tannerin, we have had double path hints for Kakariko Village, and we're down to 3 checks left. We have chickens, 20 skulls, and adult shooting gallery.
Goron City to Volvagia. Okay.
Okay, what was that? What have we had in Goron City? Hookshot.
Hookshot.
Slingshot. Neither of those I can think will be path though.
Well, the hookshot can be if it's behind Water Temple completion.
Ooh, the hammer, yeah. Happy 1 hour, by the way. We have been talking about this for 1 hour, Mania.
Yeah,
Quick shout out. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead and give the shout outs for us.
Let's do a shower out to Mr. Carp and Hyper for joining us on Restream. Thank you to our trackers who are Axel and Cyber who are being amazing with this. And thank you, Hagmania, for joining me on comms.
It's a pleasure to be here, Cemetery. Thank you as well for guiding me through some dungeon ER. I'm happy to be here with you, chat, in this NA weekly race.
Yes, this is our NA weekly race. We had 23 entrants. We are now down to 21. But we've had some interesting logic. I like it so far. Hasn't been truly evil. Of course, could be better.
Another good check here with Bomb Shoe Bowling.
Yeah, we have our mom back. Might as well get it not isolated.
Yeah, this is going to. I wonder if Hyper might consider setting night and clearing out market. I guess you just wait till you have lens.
We have not had a. As Kirby likes to point out. We are checking Den's Ferry for this, or outside, or the Ganon's Castle Ferry. As I think it's funny. Each or commentator has a different way they like to call the ferries. Some do it by what they normally give you. Some do it by their location. And then you have the outside Ganon's Castle, which is just straight up the Yeet Ferry. Second hook is not locked by the first one, Fox, because it is on a mini roller and it is in the well. Greg! It's Greg!
Oh, Gregory, he has found us and blessed us today.
Green Rupee of Eternal Glory! Ooh, Hyper is going back for chickens, by the way. He's going here for chickens. Because then his two other checks was which is 20 skulls and adult shooting gallery can both be done with adults.
Yeah, I think Hyper has uh, just lost a bit of the thread of a great early route from them.
Yeah, he's had to backtrack multiple times, so that's why it's been a bit painful. Well is in Jabu, and Jabu is in Well.
I think
Well had our first hook shot, which came from Zora's letter being on Frogs 1. Ooh, do you just realize that Carp is doing River as adult?
Yes, I have realized that. I was going to call this out. Carp will have to come back as a child.
I hope he doesn't see that Walla and think Tunic logic. Get those chickens running. Yeah, both our runners have clean audio, so sadly we can't hear them commentating on their own stream.
Chicken, please. All right.
It is our mirror shield. That is definitely our path to Twin Roba. I am so glad he came back and did that.
Good call on Hyper's part. Although the routing to get there is
Questionable.
Not ideal. Not ideal. But I mean, Hyper. Sometimes you just take the plunge. You just grin and bear whatever circumstance was given to you, and you just had to go and do the chickens if you wanted to do Spirit Temple. So Hyper got it done.
Yeah, don't abandon chickens in this run. Ooh, and Carp is doing the. We'll see adult shooting gallery, by the way, here on Carp's side.
Yeah, potential for our hover boots.
That's 8 skulls, so you can't get the tunic hint yet. We saw Bombchu bowling. It was just a heart piece.
Oh, chess game is dead. Okay, all right. This makes a little more sense. So we are isolating Richard.
Why is chess game dead?
I guess we got a hint.
Okay, I trust chat, which is probably one of my downfalls, but. Oh, I know never to trust chat, but I also trust chat because they love having evil things for our runners.
Yeah, it looks like 20 skulls is the order of the day.
You guys are also good for jinxing or cursing runners, so I'm always down for that.
Yeah, this is going to be quite a lot of gameplay that we've already seen on both sides.
Who's up for round 2 of all our checks? We're here on comms. Come on.
All right, I was thinking of things to talk about when we have this big long convergence section.
Cookies?
Well, actually, so Nintendo they've got the big park coming to Universal right in Orlando here soon.
2025 is when it's supposed to open.
Yeah, so I was thinking. I think it's going to be mostly like Mario themed. So I was thinking, what would you put into a Zelda theme park? Now this is.
I would do a Zelda castle walkthrough.
Ooh, I like you. You definitely have Hyrule Castle. I think you might do a couple of very memorable dungeons as other sections in your Zelda theme park.
You could also have fun if you wanted to do, like, from Skyward Sword, what are your mounts? You can do that similar to Flight of Passage they have over at Disney.
Oh, escape room style experiences for a Zelda theme park would be fantastic. Because
Default Tower in Ganon's Castle. Ooh, that would be a good. Either Sacred Grove, or you could also have. Never mind. That is where I was thinking. My brain's going off on tangents. So, dude, not Jabba Walk. Ugh.
Definitely a build your own master sword sort of shop there.
That'd be fun. Of course, if you're doing a Zelda theme, you'll have to have tunics for sale.
Aha, yes, and ocarina as well. It's a very common item in all the Zelda games. Here comes Richard. It's a check we've not seen yet.
It's a stick. It's truly a stick. It's Richard's stick.
Richard, the good boy, just having a stick.
Want to have the Zelda music on CD available for sale. But yeah, so from what I've heard, we are supposed to have Mario Kart in the new Universal Super Mario Land.
Well, if that's not a bumper cars ride, what are they even doing?
It's virtual.
Oh, alas. Okay.
I hate you, Axel. You need to stay in my dungeon permanently. For context on that, by the way, Axel just shared a picture with us of stuff he got from the Universal over in California, so that's why he has to stay in the dungeon permanently. Ooh, so down here in Universal, we have Halloween Horror Nights. And if they ever opened it up, they could make a Shadow Temple Halloween Horror Night.
Oh, yeah.
House. I'd be 100% down for that.
All right, you're going to see the usage of Ferora's Wind here in Forest Temple. Very nice. Little time safe here for Hyper. Not only warps you to the location, but it'll keep the same game state. So this hallway will not be the same shape whenever we warp back.
Yes. Oh, look, it's that slingshot we saw earlier. Ferora's Wind is a great find. It's a nice quality of life upgrade. It's not ever required. And here will be magic for Carp.
Oh, big pickup here on Carp's side. This is magic. All right. I
think we can make the joke, by the way, it's black magic since his jar is black.
I think things are turning a little bit in Carp's favor. Carp, he needed to pick up a couple of items, but he went straight to them as child.
Yeah, he's not getting punished for Persian regression instead of doing all the checks like Hyper did.
Yeah, and it's hard to say that you're ever punished for doing progression, because you're not really. It's just that Carp was doing a little bit extra hiking without the sort of meandering, all-encompassing route that Hyper was doing.
All in all, though, Hyper is like halfway here through Forest, and it was only he's half of a Forest and a full Deku Tree behind, but Deku Tree is so quick.
Yeah, definitely so. I think Carp is going to pull into a virtual lead here if they can also get into the river and play storms for those frogs.
One thing I will say that Hyper does have an advantage of, that was his 16th skull.
That is very true, and Carp has not narrowed down all the path possibilities.
Oh, I just thought of something. I hope to goodness sakes he does chickens.
Yeah, it's a good point. You have to think that he'll do chickens.
I would think, with it being double path, and you don't have your items yet. Probably won't see Hyper as a kid again.
Very well might not.
Because Jabu's not required. Unless it's blocking, or unless we really have to find our items. But ooh, that is not a fun fall for Hyper.
Yeah, hammer or light arrows in Jabu's belly. That would be that would be the meanest. Oh my heavens. Carp just now picking up ZL. I had failed
Yeah, he
to
didn't have it.
recognize I had failed to recognize the gravity of this trek up to SFM for Carp. Oh, that's a big pickup there.
Yeah, that was his first time heading up that direction. As a kid.
Yeah, alright, so that's really good news for Carp. He knew, I think he had figured out, he would have had to determined.
I give Carp our slight lead right now, just because for one, he has further progression, and his routing's gonna get him pick up these items.
Yeah, I think with him going right to Child and clearing out Lost Woods here, I do believe that he is pulling a little bit of a lead.
But we really have to figure out when Hyper finishes Forest versus the items that he's that Carp is missing.
Yeah, we'll be able to tell pretty much when Carp goes back adult, we can take stock of their positions, and that'll be when we can really tell about the lead.
If, by the way, I was curious, our race room today was named Adequate Like, and I just think it's funny. Our races apparently are just adequate.
But we do like all of our weekly races here, so...
Yeah, we thank our runners for letting us put them here on Restream. Sawafos not cooperating for Hyper. Yeah, I already have ignored you, Axel. On this.
Yeah, Child Spirit was a ton of keys.
That's a big old key here in for Hyper.
Yeah, Carp gonna pick up their long shot. Oh wait, no, I had this backwards. The slingshot was here. Never mind. Ignore that.
Yeah, he's gonna get the slingshot here.
Carp's long shot is behind Rudo's letter, which is on Frogs in the Rain. You get to go into the well, which is the entrance at Jabu Jabu.
So I will say Shadow is probably my least favorite dungeon to watch, but Forces, I have fun doing Forest.
You think Hyper never goes inside DC? A Kirby fan made that statement. I'd be curious why you think Hyper would not go to DC at all.
Route and Link the Goron.
Yeah. I guess that's true. If you're, yeah, that would save you time. Yeah.
Yeah, we have our ball percentage now. We know where all 4 bottles are. Our runners forcing our dancing dad to be drinking. Horse, need him to drink. There is strength 2 for Hyper.
Yeah, I think it'll be pretty close here by the time Carp finishes up with their child section.
I don't ever recall what happens here in this pose room if you do not complete the puzzle in time.
Boy, howdy, I couldn't tell you for the life of me.
True, Hyper also does have the hint for, I think he did pick up the hint for Goron City to Volvagia.
okay. All right.
Failed it as a kid. So
Look at the big brain on Kid Cemetery.
if I only had a brain.
I have a little
Child
toy
spirit over.
scarecrow. Oh, please go ahead.
Child spirit over on Carp. We know this is all keys, but this is just him retracing what Hyper's done. So it's not like he's gaining any distance there.
Yeah, I think it's tough to expect Carp to do anything but climb up here in Child. I think you'll see them.
Another fun fact for chat. It doesn't fit in this seed, but you can have Spirit Temple as Child to jump off the or Spirit Temple to jump off the hand to get your Requiem song check. That is logical with Dungeon Entrance Randomizer. Ooh, I will say I do like Hyper's shield color. Well, Salty, next week we will have completely different settings and it will all be fun again. Trying to figure them all out. Cubs will take all the settings possible, put them on a dartboard, and throw darts until he is content. That's how I figured out what runners we were going to have on Restream today. But Kirby, if you have the hint of Goron City's path to CAC, or not CAC, Volvagia, you're still going to check those because it might be your hammer.
Yeah,
so it's not like he's going to not do Link, the Goron. Yes, blame Cubs for... Not really. We blame Randomizer. Always blame Randomizer. Or Cemetery. Yes, and it could be our long shot. What is it? What is our thing? I'm just meaning that we will see Hyper go and do Link. As for Rosewind, just a tad late.
They'll still have it for Shadow Temple, so
yes,
can get out of that Shadow Pot room.
Okay, so fine. Let's do a poll here. What? Not really, just a survey. What is your favorite Ocarina of Time boss?
Ooh, OoT boss. I think for me, it might be Volvagia.
That's a good choice.
I think from just like a mechanics and then like the gameplay. I think Volvagia. Pretty like epic arena as well.
My go-to is Bongo Bongo.
Yeah, Bongo's a cool fight for sure. I actually think that I think Goma is just from like a game standpoint, like of like designing a game. I think Goma is a pretty good first boss.
Goma is a really cool first boss. Yes.
Yeah, it's like a cool arena. It's kind of dark and spooky, and kind of really sets the tone for the rest of the game. I like it.
The worst boss, I think, I would have to say is King Dodongo. As much as I like King Dodongo, it's just a very simple fight. Oh, true. Morpha is bad too. So as a kid, my bottom of the ranking is King Dodongo. Adult is Morpha probably. Phantom Ganon's, I think, is cool.
Oh, PG is very cool as far as a concept is concerned. I think
and here
itself is a little lackluster.
Hyper is now headed on over to as adult here in Death Mountain Crater. Hopefully he goes, or I think he'll go straight to Goron City after this. Twin Rova is commonly people's favorite. Baronade, I think, is interesting. I just like the different phases to it.
I think Baronade's, I don't know, I think Baronade's like a definite step up in the difficulty.
Yes, going from King to Dongo to Baronade. Hell, Baronade is harder to beat than Morpha, I would swear.
Phew, I remember Morpha being a tough fight when I was younger.
Oh, I didn't have too much difficulty, because as long as you're good at hookshotting.
Well, maybe that was my problem.
Or, correction, long-shotting, because if you did proper playthrough vanilla, you get the long shot before Morpha. But I ended up doing it too, where I didn't always Z-target Morpha when it was going into the water tentacle, because I knew the hookshot would have issue with connecting. It would go where it was. Oh, by the way, Water Temple is Gerudo training grounds. Hey, Soul. Gerudo training grounds, by the way, is a great item location or a great item sink, but we don't have access to it.
Yeah, you're probably not going there unless you've exhausted every other possible location for that hammer.
It could yeah, I was gonna say it could have our hammer. Nice, good snipe for Hyper on Link. Did you just join us because you didn't like the fact that I rolled the Seed Soul? And I do agree, 8 hours of streaming definitely fries their brain. That is a nice Axel. That is a nice long shot for Hyper. There's no subliminal hints there. You know, I could probably what do we need for go mode? We need our light arrows and our hammer.
Yeah.
So I should start a bet on what the hammer is. Do we want to bet on where a hammer is or lights? Because lights could be anywhere.
I would say hammer. You may not, yeah, well, we don't necessarily, well, we will need,
Fire is foolish, but we still have to be fire.
Maybe we should hold off until we get Gold Scale or Iron Boots, like Kenra was saying. Because we do need something to progress through Water Temple.
But we're not in no mode for that. Over here on the Hyper side, missing the jump, by the way.
Just because you don't need boots or scale to get into the Water Temple, it doesn't mean you still can't progress through it without them. Yeah.
Oh, he did make the jump. He had missed. I didn't see it. Grab the sword. Grab with the sword. Interesting part on Carp's side. He is doing Jabu for the first chest.
Yeah.
Lost because we do have Feroz win.
For a second there, I forgot it was texture and not appearance. So
right.
I was thinking big chest. Oh, but yeah.
I was like, this could be big, and then it can't be. Carp having a shockingly good time here. Nothing but keys so far for Hyper.
Yeah, Spirit Temple is the keys temple. Jeez.
Be right back real quick. I need to grab something to drink.
Quick Cemetery is gone. Post things that'll annoy him. Ooh, okay. That's a major item over there on the hand. Thank you, Craig. Ooh, the other scale. Oh, that's gold scale. Oh, okay. Oh, baby. So other scale is in Deku Tree, which is at the GTG entrance. Yeah, when Cemetery gets back, we'll run a bet for the hammer. TSG, rating of the party of 16. That's the Silver Gauntlets. Welcome in to the NA Weekly Race.
Wait, what I missed?
We found the gold scale location, so it's on the hand inside the lobby here at Spirit Temple.
Hey, so I will open that bet for the hammer then.
What are you thinking for the hammer location, Cemetery?
Bongo Bongo. But I had to be Axel to his, so.
Let's see, I'm gonna bet. Yeah, I'm gonna bet Ice Cavern, I think. I'll throw my hat in the ring.
Are you standing in Ice Cavern? Okay.
That's right.
Hey, Star!
Hi, Star. Oh, yes! Cemetery joining us back as I was welcoming in our raid. Thank you for joining us there, Silver Gauntlets.
Well, of our North American Weekly Ocarina of Time match. We have Hyper and Carp on Restream.
Oh, Pictionary over at TSG. That sounds super fun.
Non, you have to put exclamation point bet first on that. And then put your comment.
RSL Pictionary, I could... Yeah, undoubtedly a mess. Oh, that sounds great. I'll have to check it out later. That's Mirror Shield for Carp. Waiting out time of day here. Star, I think the story of this seed has been... Oh boy, age changes are tough. Serenade and Prelude are stashed away here. Burning Cack and OoT, respectively. And we've seen Hyper have the very long child section to start, and Carp with a long adult, and now they've swapped places here.
Okay, so quick question. We still have the path hint of Kakariko Village to Bongo Bongo, which we know is on 20 skulls. What is it?
It's the hover boots, I think.
That's the only thing I can think of it being. Also, by the way, Star, Trez has now threatened any commentators that have goof around and screw up, aka me, go to his dungeon.
Wow. Big stakes here.
Nah, it's fun. I love all the bets so far. 3 of them are resolving around me.
It's Cemetery's world. We're just living in it. We see Hyper looking like they're gonna, grab the medallion here out of Spirit Temple. After this, I imagine, so Spirit Temple, where will they go next? They might play Requiem and head across the desert.
And Star has access to our restreamers chats in case she needs more clarity on exactly what Trez is threatening.
Trez's dungeon as an OOT temple. All right, we need some ideas, chat. What would be if Trez's dungeon was a location in OOT? What would we see there?
Shadow Temple plus Forest Temple combined.
Lots and lots of skulls. Thank you.
Okay, I am going to keep the bets open for 3 more minutes. Get your bets in.
Yeah, we think we've determined 20 is the path to
But we know it's not shooting gallery, and 20 skulls is the last thing that Hyper has to check. But here's the thing: we need 20 skulls.
Ooh, Vayiva. Ooh,
That's a 50-50 chance because it could be freestanding.
Well, I don't know about.
And it could also be a small chest. Because chest texture matches content.
I like it.
I like Joss's bet.
Ooh, I've started dabbling in watching some of the MMR action going on here at ZSR. I've been enjoying that.
MMR is quite fun. It's actually where I started both tracking and calming.
I was watching their version of RSL. What's that called? Where everything's randomized.
Mystery.
Yeah. Mystery, yes. I started out by watching MMR Mystery, and that was really fun tournament.
Ooh, that is a nice snipe there by Hyper. Yes, MMR can be quite wild. We have a fun community over there. Oof, did not get the reflection there that time, Hyper. But what was the back at Lon? Oh, Kokiri's sword is what he's gonna find back here.
Yeah, that's a Kokiri's sword in the silo.
By the way, this will be Hyper's second medallion, so he will have gotten some back up to Carp.
Yeah, I think I had underestimated how much Carp had to do. Yeah, as child, I had not even begun to fathom they had not visited Lamon Ranch.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be very... Deku Tree is not hard to beat. It's like definitely if you're in go moding it, because you know that the hammer is specifically locked behind your path hint, then you can go mode Deku Tree. You can... well, and then we have Fire Temple, which is foolish, so...
Alright, nicely done there on Hyper's side, clearing out Spirit Temple, beating Twinrova.
And Spirit Temple is one of your longer medallion ones. We have Forest, Spirit, and Shadow, which are our longest.
Carp identifying that you won't need a Hiri Sword in this seed, so not going to make the crawl back to the back of the silo.
I mean, when you already have Kokiri Forest, or you already have Deku Tree done, don't blame him.
Exactly.
Okay, 1 more minute. Actually, I'll be nice. 3 more minutes. We'll do it at 7:40, closing the bets. We are betting. Where is the hammer? Hammer, or Hyper forgetting that you do not get the warp plat on the main platform, I think. Or he just might have to do the quick 30-second bathroom break while restreaming. Either way, I don't blame him. Hyper. We are buying bombs. I mean, we were out, so that makes sense.
Yeah, no reason not to.
Adult shooting gallery. I mean, it's just like we're gonna see Carp not find anything either.
Sunsong is in... Wait. Yeah, Sunsong is in Ice Cavern. Is that the last song that we need?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, yeah.
Can we clear... we can get lax, right?
Do we have...
We have our light and spirit, or we have our light and shadow medallions. We can.
Oh,
Slingshot.
it's Shadow Spirit. As I say, we have we have Light Medallion, not Spirit Medallion.
Yeah, sorry, that was my bad. That was Slingshot. 20 skulls. I'm confused.
Hang on, what?
No, because all our other slingshots have been out in the open.
Well, there was a there was a Zora Tunic.
Our
Central
Zora
Pillar?
Tunic.
So we will need the Iron Boots.
Oh god, could you imagine? It could be Zora Tunic.
Zora Tunic is on 10. So I'm thinking that means Central Pillar, right?
Yeah, it has. That's the only thing else I can think of logically. Carp didn't do. Why do we have Mirror Shield check
No,
for?
Carp did do chickens. He has a green. He has a green mirror shield.
Yeah, he has Mirror Shield. He did chickens. This is going to be a very quick Morpha.
It did not do Child River. That is a very good point.
He does not have Bruto's letter.
Yeah, this was my concern with Carp doing River as adult.
Yeah, because he hasn't got Rudo's letter, which means because he needs to go to Well to get his long shot.
Thanks for stopping by, Star. I'm glad you enjoyed your race there on Silver Gauntlets.
I'll catch you later, Star. Okay, closing betting in 5, 4, 3, 2. What comes next? 1. I love how we all assumed that it was 20 skulls, and then we get 20 skulls, and it's like, no.
Isn't that just the most rando thing?
Tektite, have we seen Tektite Grotto? I think we did over on. No, we haven't ever seen Tektite Grotto. A lot more interesting.
Yeah, I do think this implies that we need the Iron Boots.
So technically, we weren't done with our go mode item will not be hammered necessarily.
Kakariko Village. Oh yeah, so yeah, Curry fan, you know this. We think it's the Zora Tunic. We do not know at all.
We cannot guarantee one way or another if or if not the Zora Tunic is our path item.
It's not hovers on Volcano, is it?
No.
Because Bolero was in the windmill?
We know it's not the slingshot on 20 because we have had access to multiple slingshots.
I guess if it is hovers on the volcano, but I think we've seen that peaked several times now.
Someone with VOD, go and check.
Yeah, it is possible that it's... Oh, there's light arrows. Okay, yeah. So Zora Tunic, yeah, light arrows and water. So Zora Tunic or Bolero are the possible path items for Bongo Bongo.
Which would be kind of funny, the fact that I mentioned right at the beginning of this restream, is the song can be your path hint.
Well, yes.
Could you have? I just thought of something interesting too. What if you have irons on volcano?
Iron boots on volcano. That would also, if if it is in Tektite Grotto, or sorry, no, in Central Pillar.
That would allow Central Pillar, Tektite Grotto, Toilet.
Oh, toilet. Ah, yeah, that's another possible place with the iron boots, or for the iron boots to lock. Yep, that's a good point.
So this has gotten a little more spicy. I like it.
Oh yeah, and we may we might be in for a bit more of a lengthy one here.
Need
Not
quality
sure.
entertainment here, so come on.
A little bit of a race recap here as we're approaching the hour and 45-minute mark. So Carp is in the middle of their third medallion clear, while Hyper is progressing through Water Temple. Now, Carp has completed Deku Tree, which the entrance is at Gerudo Training Grounds. But Hyper has not crossed the desert or used Epona to cross the bridge. So we've not seen them clear out for their forest medallion. Now that has given Song of Time to Carp as well.
What do you realize? Salty.
We have not seen the Haunted Wasteland check.
We do have the wallet for it, technically. But wallet was in Zora's River. We have not found the boss key here yet for in Water Temple. We checked Frogs 1. It was actually Frogs 1 is actually Rudo's letter.
Yeah, Frogs 1 is a pretty crucial check here. It's Rudo's letter, which locks the entrance to bottom of the well, which is at the Jabu Jabu.
Which required for our hook shot, though, which is in the bottom of the well.
Yes, and as has been noted several times in chat, we do not have a hint yet for Frogs 2. Yeah, Carp going back adult without getting Rudo's letter is now, I could say, pretty firmly putting them behind on Restream.
I will agree with that.
We thought there for a while that Carp's routing was going to come around and take the lead on Restream, but missing out on Rudo's letter and therefore the long shot are grabbing the gold skull here.
Did Hyper not pick up the gold shot or the gold scale?
Hyper has not been to Deku, so
He has the other scale, just not the other half.
All right, figuring out that Reverse Wasteland should be the play. We're going to see the Haunted Wasteland check, and then continue our trek, reversing the Wasteland over to the Gerudo Valley, or the Gerudo Fortress area.
We can check, we do have Dense Fire. We can check Wastelands, too.
Bigoron is hinted as a heart container.
We did see this on Carp's side. It was nothing. We did not see Haunted Wasteland, so we do have access to Den's Fire. We can light those torches.
Oh, was that eyeball frog on the crater? Because I thought that might have been the case. Tanner, did you go check the VOD? Okay. Yeah, so it's eyeball frog on the volcano.
So it's no longer the song for Bolero. It has to be the tunic.
I think it has to be the tunic, which means we're going to need to find those iron boots.
whoever finds those boots, I mean, gives a nice little bonus. But until Carp goes back as Kid and grabs that Rudo's letter, I'm still putting him a bit behind, even if he does find the boots.
Yeah, I think Carp's gonna need. He's gonna need to find the hammer in a place that Hyper just misses somehow. Really.
Yeah,
to
boots
win
are
this
hard.
restream.
Based on our logic, boots are hard required.
I think that's it, Tannerin.
Real quick, with our gold scale, is GTG in logic? It is in the water temple entrance. Oh, that gives... Oh, so until Hyper grabs the gold scale from Deku Tree, that gives the advantage if Carp wants to go to GGG.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see Hyper grab that gold scale right now.
No, yeah, because his GGG is entrance to Deku.
That is correct.
That's going to be a quick clear. And I do know Hyper saw the hint of GGG is in Water Temple, but the question is if he remembers.
Yeah, I think we might be wanting to head out to GTG here soon. Needing 2 items now.
Hook shots were on Link the Goron and in Bottom of the Well, which was stuck behind is Jabu Jabu entrance, which you need Rudo's letter, which is on Frog 1. Correct on the logic?
I think
Yes.
that sounded right. Yeah, I think that sounded right.
And Tannerin, another fun thing we did, just funny, was we got the hint that Zora's domain is foolish in Zora's domain. We got the hint for Path to Morpha is Zora's River in Zora's River. It's really funny when you find those hints in those places.
So from Carp's perspective, okay, they think the wallet is currently Path to Morpha.
Because, he got his,
Did he get his tunic from Cac, though?
Yes, he did.
Okay. Alright, so in that case, I take it back.
He might be trying to farm up his 20 skulls, though.
Yeah.
He doesn't know that it's not 20 skulls. We know it's 20 skulls.
I would be very surprised if there were more than 2 runners that don't check 20 skulls in this seed.
He is at 18 at the moment.
0, but I think 2 is fair.
He's at the 18 mark right now, so he just needs 2 more.
And it could be a bait key, I guess, for the river chest. This was a possibility, so we could avoid it.
Fun fact too, Hyper. I don't think Carp had the hookshot coming into Deku Tree, so it's helping out Hyper a little bit.
Ah, okay.
Also, he had to do the quote unquote out of logic Goma, but that's an easy snipe for the fire.
Yeah, we did see use of the bow and the torch shot there in the basement. That was a nice little skip.
Yeah, that's why the hookshot's so nice when you come in here. Ice is not a bad play either. Here's his gold scale. Because we can't easily get to water entrance per se. We can easily get into ice cavern because we know it's shadow. It's at shadow. So what you do, ideally, if you knew everything, you would just leave Deku Tree, save quick, get your wait, no. Different location, right? For Song of Time?
Yeah.
Well, no, it's at Temple of Time is where you get...
It's still at Temple of Time. I'm sorry.
So you save quit, you come back in, you get your Song of Time, then you just warp over to Ice Cavern. Song Song's not great, but it's checks we can do in there.
Nerf herd. Seed has been.
It's just gotten a little more spicy once we've checked our Kakariko Village pass.
Oh yeah, I would say we have kicked it into another gear here.
So we had both Kakariko Village to Twin Rova, which had chickens having our mirror shield. Then we also had Kakariko Village to Bongo Bongo, which we thought, oh, based on all our process of eliminations, we thought it was 20 skulls. We did get 20 skulls, and it's just a slingshot, which we already had multiple others. So that means, oh, it's our Zora Tunic on 10 skulls?
We seem to think that Zora Tunic is pointing towards Bongo Bongo.
It kind of... So that means we need to find our iron boots, which we don't have a clue where they are at the moment. We didn't get anything else that really helped us, or that could be our path hints. We thought maybe Bolero for a little bit to plant a seed, but it's just the eyeball frog on the volcano, so it's not that. We're officially in the lead for a number of medallions now. Know that the hookshot is, or the hammer is long shot locked, which makes me laugh at all the bets we have because half of them seem to revolve around blaming me for stuff.
It could be a long one.
I did roll it in Nerford, so that is always a possibility. On Wednesday this week, I rolled apparently what is deemed one of the worst Zelda 2 randomizer seeds, so why not keep the streak going, right? We have not checked Top of Lake, Lab Dive, or anything like that. Oh, were you around for that one, Tanner? It was 3 hours of deaths, so I can't remember who all was in chat. One of our runners has 29 game overs. It's kind of painful. Yes, Twin Rova could be unbeatable if she knew which shield or magic you had stored in your shield. Interesting fact, if you do not take Twin Rova down on the first time you knock her down with your shield saving up 3 magics, it actually gets random which element she uses if she shoots at you. The lower her health, the more random it gets. Wednesday was a bad day for Wednesday. Oh, there's our nice arrows. So another me percent. Wednesday was a bad day for seeds because we also had a very bad Link to the Past seed rolled that day too. Yeah, we do not have our hovers. He's gonna check probably Lab Dive and top of Lab, and then hopefully into. We have Carp going into Ice Cavern.
All right, here we go. 2 new dungeons. This is good. This is good for our sanity, I think.
Sorry for all that.
No. You were doing the heavy lifting there. I appreciate it.
Arrows on top of the lab. So what is this guy going to have for us as we hold our breath for 10 seconds and dive down? 8 seconds.
How long can you hold your breath? I used to practice this as a kid. I don't know. I was weird.
And of course it just has a bloopy for us. Yeah, we do understand that Ice is probably not going to have anything logic, but it's a nice amount of checks, and Carp doesn't have all his path hints figured out, so. I mean, we can do shoot the sun, and it's
Ooh.
actually not that hard to do.
Okay. I've set up my chair a little bit. That is a major
And
item.
what is? Over on the platform?
Yes. Oh.
Can't get it that way, though.
All right, let's see. Shoot the sun.
This is like perfect timing for Hyper with shoot the sun, though. Just as the sun's about to come up, he gets over there.
Beautiful. Beautiful routing.
He's done some very nice, and that's a bomb bag.
Okay. So that's not it.
And there's Lord Boomerang!
Oh, God.
Lord Banana!
We hope that's not Path.
Well, I don't think it can be Path anymore.
I guess, could it not have the iron boots?
It could block here. It could block the iron boots.
Oh, I guess it's not Path. I was thinking
It's not
block.
a Path hint.
Sorry, yeah.
It's not a Path item.
Yeah.
But it could. It could block the boots.
Yeah.
But I like this play by Hyper. GGG has so many items in it. Burning Cack is Serenade. Yeah, Jabbo can't have Hammer.
Ooh, okay.
This is an item.
GGG lobby.
Bomb bag!
Another bomb bag.
We have bomb percentage. We know shoot the sun, GGG lobby, and in Mido's house. It was Mido's house, right?
It was Mido's house. Yeah, Mido's house had bombs and strength 1.
I know it was Mido stockpiling today.
Yeah, Mido really paying out.
Yes, those are very bomb locked bombs.
Long shot locked bomb bags. Oh my. There you go. There you have it.
I mean, I like this play from both our runners based on the logic that they have behind their checks.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We just have a little more knowledge here on comms. Happy 2 hours, by the way. Shall we do our shoutouts?
Yes, I'll take them this time. Thank you,
good.
everyone, for joining us here today, 2 hours into our NA Weekly race. I'd like to shout out Mr. Carp and Hyper Obsession for agreeing to this restream today. Thank you guys for all the entertainment. Our trackers today are Siberian and Axel Ryman. My name is Hagmania, joined in the booth today by Cemetery2121. Thank you for being here today, Cemetery.
Well, thank you very much for doing those shoutouts. I'm glad to be here. Sadly, I'm not going to be able to restream much this next week. I'm very busy, but I'm glad to be able to do it today.
Awesome. I'm going to throw one more link into this chat.
We have had a bit of a spicy seed here now that with our paths. Yes, if you would like to join us either in the booth, tracking, or eventually restreaming, Mania did send the link to sign up. Yes, if you love this seed, my name is Cemetery. If you did not like this seed, my name is Pez. We're more than likely to get me in the dungeon, but oh well. I did once, and we just kind of carried it with. And I do have tresses. Oh, there's more irons! That is huge for Hyper.
Yes.
That, I basically put them in go mode.
That is, well,
we need the hammer, but we almost know where the hammer.
Okay, so that is required gold scale, required long shot entry into GTG at the Water Temple entrance for the iron boots behind the strength 2 block. Wow, that is nasty.
I like that logic.
Nasty right there.
I mean, I can't be here without being an ugly seed, right?
Oh my, that is... Ooh, what a seed this is. That is just mean.
So, at least we know that GTG is required. I did not place a bet though for where the iron boots were. It's where the hammer is, so which we almost know where it is now. You know what would be kind of spicy still is what if you put the hammer or the hovers in middle pillar.
Yeah, I think it's what we were expecting, right? Because it's path to Bongo Bongo. So central pillar.
Oh yeah, I was thinking hammer in there. I mean, I place bet. I still want to have my bet for Bongo Bongo in play then. On where the hammer is. Water. If you need water. We will be here. We will miss you dearly, but we will be here. And sadly, Frogs 2 is dead now. And there is our other magic. So magic is... For Magic 1 is fully blocking Magic 2, so... Slingshot. You had to have magic to get... No, you can actually get here, I think, without magic.
Alright, I'm not sure where Carp is going.
Shadow? Checking the first 2 checks on Shadow.
I guess the first 2 checks of Shadow with Furor's Wind. Okay, alright.
Let me see this. Target in the Woods was our magic, okay? Our first gold scale was in Deku Tree, which is in GGG, so it is not magic locked. Our other one is, our other scale was in Spirit Temple, but I don't think it was magic locked in Spirit Temple. Our hook shots were Link the Goron and Bottom of the Well. Neither of the 2 were magic locked. That magic is not magic locked.
Interesting.
Interestingly, very odd, but sorry, my brain went off on a tangent. Ooh, Icy Waters can have hammer.
Yeah, hammer, we don't have any information about hammer really besides it being behind Longshot, so that would put Icy Waters into play.
We're about to find out here after we do a King Leap skip here on Carp's side. Look, it's a good old Stone of Agony.
The Agony.
Wait, that also means Toilet is possible.
Oh, peeking in GTG has to be a lot harder now, actually.
Doesn't have Song of Time. Hey, look, it's our fire arrows. You're not you don't do Toilet unless it's absolutely necessary, but you're also running out of the checks. Back into Water Temple we go.
This ought to be hover boots and a medallion for Hyper. So Hyper is definitely going to pull back into the lead pretty firmly.
Did we get our peek over on Carp's side of what's Icy Waters?
Oh, I did not see.
I was too busy watching Hyper. They're thinking it might be a heart piece.
Okay, so perhaps not Icy Waters.
Hyper, playing the song, saving first. Okay, moment of truth. I mean, I can't think of anything else it could be anymore. Unless it is the hammer, which would put hovers on Volvaggio. But fire is foolish, so it can't be.
Yeah, fire is foolish. That's important to remember. The hammer could be deeper into shadow.
Yeah, Manny is an amazing commentator. It's nice having him here in the booth.
Well, I'm glad to be joining the NA Weekly. I need to do this more often. This is fun. I can't just be joining the tournaments only. I need to spread the love here on ZSR.
We always appreciate the additional help.
It's a big chest here in Shadow Temple. Another bow.
A bow, and here is our hovers.
Aha! There it is, of course. Okay, so very straightforward.
Was correct. we figured out our logic. Okay. He's not finishing Water Temple.
Hold on. He didn't.
He didn't finish water.
Okay, I guess I'm not exactly.
We don't have a
that.
boss key.
Certainly, we could find it with iron.
Yeah,
boots.
we have everything we need to find it. No, we need Song of Time.
Oh, there you go.
Because if it's River Chest, we need our Song of Time. So he's going into Shadow to get the hammer. Wait, but you want Song of Time for... I'm confused.
Well,
why
in reality,
don't you just go get your song?
Yeah, in reality, it's just a save quit away to get Song of Time. I guess you don't know whether it's Sun Song or Song of Time behind Prelude, unless it was hinted.
Oh, we had it hinted, but I could be wrong. Oh well, we're gonna get a Shadow here. We can fully clear Shadow.
Yeah, so I guess in your mind that it's, you know, you're already here out by Shadow.
Oh, Kirby is saying it was not hinted.
Yeah, I can see it. And
that is
thinking you might need
strength.
SOT.
Oh, that's seeds. Slingshot seeds. Yeah, that wasn't even strength. I don't know why. Alright, now that I recall seeds. Hyper is going to definitely be able to show us more of Shadow Temple here. Carb, go back as child, please.
Yeah, Carp definitely gonna start feeling the pain here of missing out on that Rudo's letter and thus the long shot in the bottom of the well.
Yeah, and that he can't even get into GGG without that.
Yeah, it's a big point. Yeah,
that's gonna be a really bad last location for him because it locks a lot of things for him.
Yeah, that is a hard bottleneck. Frogs in the Rain that will determine your placement for this weekly. I would say is how quickly you get that Rudo's letter.
So we do have our bets in for the hammer still. This will be fun. I want to refresh myself on where the bets are. So one.
Oh yeah, my bet was nonsense. I had failed to remember that hammer was long shot locked.
These 7 bets are already dead, so If I take out all the ones for cemetery something, it's 9 bets, but. And for clarification, I did bet Somewhere Stupid just so Axel didn't, but my Somewhere Stupid is Bongo Bongo. Yes, Josh, West Clocktown is still a possibility. Not in this game. So what we still have alive is Toilet, GTG technically because it's still Toilet is in GTG, so they're both there. But the bet would go to Toilet. Let's see where else. Somewhere Stupid, aka Bongo Bongo. Cemetery's Cat took it, and wherever and whatever it is, blame Trez. And Star's not even here to claim that one. The Ice Cavern freestanding is a bit dead. So Toilet in Ocarina of Time is the GGG one level where you have to play the Song of Time, use the iron boots because the water is constantly swirling and collect all the gold or the silver rupees. Since the water is always swirling, we call it the toilet. It is one of our sometimes hints, but we did not have it sometimes hinted today. Ooh, I could update our paths now more.
All right, hyper progressing through the Shadow Temple. We're pretty much expecting the hammer to be in here, I think.
It has to be long shot locked.
And so this definitely is, with the hovers being behind long shot.
We Carp also will have to pick up his light arrows in Water Temple. What is Carp doing? You can't get in there without your irons or your which are in which you can't get to because they're in there. Yes, we are a hammer now away from go mode.
I was not aware that this was
I don't think
an available trick.
I don't think it's an available trick.
Oh, I see.
I would need clarification on that, but
I was called open gate with hook shot. Okay.
meanwhile, we do get to see more of Shadow here. This is fun. It's my least. It's a very linear dungeon. Carp, just go back and get Frogs 1. I think he completely forgot that check.
Or knows that it's there and was trying to do anything else as adult besides going to child for one check.
He's going through his
checks. I imagine this is a YouTube break. Totally legal. Totally okay to look up tricks in the
in our settings.
Yeah, this is a new one for me, honestly.
I
In
had
these
never
races.
seen this trick. Well, yeah, this is definitely out of logic.
Before making a trade.
You still can't do more for it. You have to go get that Rio's letter.
Yeah, the important part though is this will be the iron boots.
But this will send him even further away from that hook shot. We are not sure, Scooby. I'm trying to look into it.
I think it is. I think it has to be.
Why? Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, I just got clarification.
I just seen other people chatting about it.
Never mind. It is allowed. This is just we've never seen it.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see if we can pull it off again. All right, he can pull it off now that he's looked it up.
Oh.
Oh, he's so close.
Hey, nicely done. All
Nice
right.
job.
Carp pulling out the big boy pants, putting those on, and doing hookshot entry into water.
This will give him, like as we said, his iron boots, which will give him his hovers, which will continue to push him away from the long shot.
I don't know about mad, because that means it is. Well, I guess that means he'll know that the long shot is before this.
Well, this isn't logic to get it. That's not in logic to get in here.
Right. The comment was made that he'll be mad when Carp finds the irons in there.
Oh, by the way, he can also show his toilet.
I think that was a heart texture.
That is a heart texture on the heart containers. Yes, he does have Song of Time, so he would be able to show his toilet.
Oh, buddy. If Hammer is in toilet,
that would be big for Carp.
That would be crazy.
It wouldn't save him per se because he's abandoning Frogs 1, but he's got a last location that.
Yeah, Hyper is on the boat here in Shadow Temple.
We have
progressing pretty well through the seed.
Yes, we have not found the hammer yet here, so the somewhere stupid bets are still in play.
The white chest with the red border would be heart piece or container.
Manager's off. Or we're about to speak to him, manager here before too long. So we now have where chest texture matches content. So if it's a heart piece or heart container, it will have a heart icon. If it is a key, it will have a silver border. If it has a big item, quote unquote big item, I don't cut on the Stone Agony, it will have the gold border. And if it's just a junk thing, not necessarily needed, it will have the just brown. And there is our other wallet. Yes, quote unquote major item. I enjoy texture matches content. I like it better than size matches content.
Size does not also match, yeah.
Size does not matter. No other please.
Are we still doing phrasing? I'm not sure. Oh, another major item?
Tunic.
Tunic.
And like that Zora tunic, if you were doing chest content matches size, that would be in the big chest.
Oh, Hammerlock's key. Yeah, good point there.
Okay, time for our bunga bungo. Everybody bongo! Run, dun, dun. Oh wait, I have had too much sugar. Yes, Cactu Bongo Bongo is confirmed as the Zora tunic. So, how good are you at shooting hands, Mania?
Well, I shoot myself in the foot quite often. Shooting hands not as great.
So you need to practice Bongo Bongo more.
Yes. Ooh, spin strats on Bongo Bongo. Love to
And he
see
got it. Nice job. The hammer hunt is not fully casino because we know it's hook shot or long shot locked.
And we say that it's long shot locked because the path to Volvagia was Goron City, and so that was the hook shot. But the hook shots do not lock each other. So in that case, the hint is implying that the long shot is what locks our path to Volvagia. Oh wait, that was a. Oh no! Listen here. The second wall. Oh no, first wallet.
Oh, I called it. I called it.
Ah, there it is. There's Hammer. That's Hammer. Look at you, Cemetery.
I have always said I love when it's on Bongo Bongo, and it is on Bongo Bongo. That is go mode, by the way, for Hyper.
Go, 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 go! And nice job by Hyper. This is a pretty great route. A little bit lost in the mix there in the middle game, but found the path, kind of sniffed it out again real quick, and got right back into it. So, good on them.
Logic is actually required for Bongo Bongo because we had to get the water tunic or the Zora tunic to be able to get the hover boots inside Zora's or inside Water Temple. By the way, we still need Hyper to go get. He's not in go mode. He doesn't have Song of Time.
Oh yes, has not save and quit for Song of Time. Doesn't know that save and quitting will get them Song of Time. I think they're doing as much progression as possible.
And it's actually a 50-50 chance he's in go mode because Dark Link does not require Song of Time where River does.
Oh, there's irons for Carp. Yeah.
Yep.
Carp not happy.
Push him further away. And hey, while he's here, he can actually show us toilet, which will be nothing. I really want to commend Hover for his pathing too, because we haven't had any runners finish yet. So that's some of these things have been really on point on getting them nice the earliest you can get.
Yeah, a really great early game for Hyper. I thought Carp had a really good middle game. It's just that they didn't pick up that item, and then Hyper turning it back up here at the end game in the progression phase, and really just going to the right places, reading the logic correctly, and figuring it out.
The one downside Hyper had was the fact that he spent so much time on child checks and wasting his time or spending so much time with time of day. I mean, he did get his mirror shield, but it just seems he bounced back and forth between places as child that wasn't necessarily needed. Where Carp, we all know, is Zora's River.
Well, and that's one of the great things about the setup here for this weekly race is that Hyper will take what is probably going to be a pretty good showing here, and still knowing that they have some room for improvement. So I think this is just great practice. It's great to see runners that are learning and improving. I love the weekly.
Definitely. And as we always love the disclaimer, randos will always rando.
That's right.
Now, the question is, how far into Fire Temple is our Bosky?
Oh, it's at least to the maze because of course it's going to be.
Scarecrow check?
Oh, at least he has long shot. I don't think he set Pierre.
He did set Pierre, I think.
Oh, he did set Pierre. Okay, all right. I knew he did.
I think he did that when he was right before. Yeah, because he did it to get up to.
Oh, right. You're right. Yes.
Because I will tell you, I cannot do pixel shot.
A very finicky, precise trick.
I've spent an hour trying to do pixel shot, and then I about threw my controller. And then I took it out on Axel in the dungeon, so. I was very tempted to pick the bet of Cemetery's cat took it if it wasn't on Bongo.
All right, so let's go back to the Zelda theme park. What sort of food items are we going to be serving there?
Beans!
The old Hylian hot dog? What are we thinking? Beans, yeah, beans, of course.
Fried Cuckoos?
I want to see some sort of like really spicy thing and make it like a Goron hot chicken.
That would definitely be a good one, yeah. Roasted Zora eggs, Bombflower cupcakes.
Ooh, Bombflower cupcakes! Now you have my attention.
Goron chili, yeah, there you go. Goron spicy chili.
Well, I mean,
it's Goron. It has to be hot.
It's a theme park. You're gonna ask people to have a bowl of chili and then go on the old Fire Temple coaster. That's cruel and unusual.
The Vavagia coaster.
Oh, I like Goron rock candy though. Now there you go.
Yeah, that would be a good one. Have a sit-down Zelda-themed restaurant. Goron sirloin in there.
Well, of course you'd have to have your potion shop, and you'd have different drink mixes there for green and red and blue potions. I think that would be a given.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
Have a trials section in the place where you could try on iron boots.
Ooh.
With these heavy-ass iron boots on. That'd just be something funny. I don't think you'd find it, but... Choo Choo Jelly Candies is a good one, too.
I like that. Oh, Grandma's soup. Some of Grandma's soup. There we go. Speaking of choo-choos. There's hover boots for carp.
I mean, you could have various Hylian bass. You can have any of the fish you include it from, like if you do, Breath of the Wild. There are so many different fish you could go for. And I think I misquoted which game it's from, but yeah.
Now Draco Bound's talking with the Richard noise. There we go. Hover boots with the Richard noise.
You can play fetch with a dog named Richard. Put 20 dogs in a big area, and you have to figure out which one's Richard. So we are in go mode. Well, we are no mode. Chat is in no mode. Hyper is 50-50 chance in being in go mode.
But in practical terms, they'll be in go mode. Hyper will be in go mode as soon as they get the prelude check. That'll be Song of Time. So even if it is locked in like the river chest, we'll be able to get that on Hyper's side.
That is our ice or our light arrows over on Carp's side, though.
Yep, very nice for Carp. Ooh, are you gonna set it again? Oh no, he has hovers. Yeah, so we're good.
Was Shadow Temple that's still technically not in logic. Not in logic for him. Can't beat Shadow Temple without your long shot, can you?
Oh, I think you can. Yeah, I
You
think
can.
you can.
So yeah, here we're gonna go see Shadow Temple. That's technically still out of logic because he shouldn't have those hovers.
Yeah, with the
he
bow.
shouldn't have his irons.
Yeah, you can backflip.
Save and quit, please. Grab your song here.
Can I
point
see
out-
what Hyper does? He's
Can I point
5
out a
of
funny
6 Italian.
fact
Please.
that our fire medallion was our fire temple?
Aha.
Rando's not even Rando. Come on.
Alright, there it is. Save and quit. Hyper hoping for Song of Time, and he is going to find that it is Song of Time. This will allow him to complete the rest of Water Temple with confidence.
It doesn't immediately give you the song, but he knows where he's going. And that is go mode for Hyper now. Our tracker clicks it for him. I think Axel fell asleep before he could click it. Hyper picked up Song of Time, by the way. And that puts him in go mode, by the way. Now you can go back to sleep.
Yeah, Cemetery, come on. Axel,
That's not allowed during
he needed a
restreams.
bio break.
That's not allowed for Axel on restreams. Come on.
A cruel taskmaster is Cemetery running these restreams.
Only for it's fine for anyone else, but except for Axel. You have a pot that you're supposed to clean out, Axel. The good old chat. So, do you think River or do you think Dark Link?
Oh, let's make it worth it for Hyper. Let's say River.
Okay, I'll counter that and just say it's Dark Link thing. Technically, we didn't need our song.
Looking to well actually. Hyper here.
We'll get on Moment of Truth here in a moment.
Here in a moment of truth.
I always like the net strategy for Darkling.
And Carp, a little bit of struggle here. Just got to be frustrated with how this seed has gone for him.
And it is the river.
All right.
So that Song of Time was required, and he was not in go mode. Until he saved and quit and went and got it.
All right, we have our first place finisher. That's Netherian. GG. I think we're seeing the potential of Hyper's route with a little bit smoother in-between sections there. Netherian probably pieced together the same...
Path chain, or the logic chain.
The same logic chain, yes. Yes, indeed.
But GG's to him. So we should start seeing depending on how runners rank is, Hyper is still...
I think Hyper's got a good chance here at like a top 5 finish. Which would be great. Love to see it on the restream.
But there's police sirens going past my house right now.
Alright, that is 6 medallions. Morpha down. Hyper
Oh,
is
you're
gonna go
ahead
fight.
of me.
Oh, am I ahead? Oh, I am. Sorry, I'll refresh. Oh yeah, I'm way ahead. Okay, all right.
You come back now. Morpha's dying now, so
Yeah.
play spoiler. Maniac, come on. We were on our edge of our seats to know if we would actually truly beat Morpha. We were biting our nails, you know. You can get it in our commentary booth just because the amount of lags and stuff between.
Yeah, there was some synchronizing going on in Hyper's restream at the first 30 or 40 minutes of the race.
Okay, apparently people are not liking some of these things. We've had 6 forfeits.
Yeah, a string of forfeits there after the first place finisher. I think there might be some runners in Carp's same shoes there, missing out on Rudo's letter. If I had to wager a guess.
Those cop cars actually came literally just by my house.
Stay safe out there, Cemetery. Ugh. Okay. Into the tower we go. Gonna go beat Ganon.
No Yeet Rock today for us.
Nope, don't need that today. Just a few more fights here for Hyper. It's all execution time here now. Ooh, dropping like flies now in the race time. Hyper looking to finish. Still a top 2 finish in contention here.
We shall see. I am slightly worried that Carp is going to not be in the top 2.
I think it's fairly certain that Carp needs to go find that Rudo's letter. Needs to get into the well.
We have faith in you, Carp. Up to how many? I wonder if I can get to 50-50 on this on the DNFs.
You wear it like a badge of honor. We love you
Well,
for it, Sem.
I mean, I love us to have entertainment for our chat, right?
Of course.
It's sinking. You don't want me to have entertainment for our chat, Draco? Or you mean the 50-50 DNS? Technically speaking, we need what, 4 or 5? Not that I wish runners truly evil things on runners. This is great practice for them. I also don't wish it to be. Well, I do wish evil seeds on on turning races too. I can't. Wow, I do wish evil things.
Yeah, we can talk about that for a second as Hyper climbs here. The standard tournament for season 6 is ongoing. We are nearly there. We've got just a few matches left in the winners bracket and a little bit to clean up in the losers bracket, but the top of that bracket is shaping up pretty nicely. We've got Ganondorf.
If you're wanting to see more Ocarina of Time after today, we do have the weekly tomorrow morning, and then we will have. If you're wanting the tournament, we have. Let's see, winners bracket semifinals. What the hell happened versus Brotender Dose on Wednesday, or you have losers bracket next Saturday of Sponge versus Alex, or you also get Gavroni versus Gogeta.
Oh, great matches there on the card.
Yes.
And we start off the week, though, with the EU Weekly tomorrow. Hope to see you there.
I sadly won't be there. I have plans, but we hope chat will be there, and I hope whoever rolls it gives us a beautiful seed. If you're looking for anything other than Ocarina of Time, we do have Zelda 2 Max Randomizer tournament going on that has a match Tuesday at 7 p.m. for a loser's bracket. Or you can have a Link to the Past Survivors of Hyrule tournament quarterfinals, game 5 on Wednesday at 5:30 for our good old Zelda 3.
Okay, so Hyper missing the first bottle reflection, but getting the second and then one-shotting Ganondorf. So into the Ganon fight they go.
That
It's
nice
time.
nice double hand shot for Car.
Very nice, yeah. So
Cleaning up Bongo Bongo. We'll get his hammer. We'll head to Fire Temple.
Hyper still vying for a top 2 finish here.
Don't jinx it.
Well, we're just trying to hype up Hyper's finish.
Hyper is doing amazing. It's been fairly clean routing, besides just a little redundancy in the child check.
Yeah, just a little bit of backtracking, and besides that, top 2's a great finish, or top 3 even is a great finish. So there's the hammer for Carp. He's probably really scratching his head now, like, oh my gosh, I guess I have to go back child. I don't think there's much left for Carp as adult.
Hey, first phase of Ganondorf down.
Yes. We're
or Ganon, not Ganondorf. Let me get my Ganons correct. Make sure you have your pigs in a row, right?
Yes. Keep all your pigs in a blanket, chat.
Oh, roasted pig! Why did we not think of that for a food for Zelda Land?
All that bacon talk. And almost out. Oh, here we go. Yes. Get your GGs ready for chat. GGs in the chat for Hyper. As, oh, could it be?
Oh, come on. hate how this
Taking
cutscene
away.
takes.
Is it going to be sniped? No.
And GG's.
He will not be sniped. It is a second
GG.
place finish for Hyper.
2 hours 48 minutes and 6 seconds. GG's to Hyper.
Well, that's some pogging going on there. We've got a second place finish on the restream. Shoutouts to Hyper.
I realized I just asked him if he wanted to interview, and then realized we don't have mid-race chat. So he can make a comment. He just can't tell me if he's joining or not. So I told him to join the waiting room if he wants to. GG's on that. That was amazing, Hyper.
That's right. Well, we watch Carp heading into the Fire Temple then as we see if Hyper would like to join us.
Just clearing out the fire dancer, by the way. One of 2 fire dancers.
And I thought we were going to be in for a long one, and then all the pieces just sort of fell into place for us there at about the 2 hour and 15-minute mark. And from there, we sort of sorted out all the logic, figured out our path hints, actually dove down into GTG, and we figured out
Sealed
the rest
it is when we got the 20 skulls not being our path.
That's right, yeah. And we figured that out pretty early. It's just that we didn't get to that point in the race actually until about 2 hours 20, I think.
Yeah, we didn't have that knowledge until about 2 hours 15, 2 hours 20. So Hyper and Natha for figuring that out early.
Yeah, I think what's going to separate the times here are those that did River as child versus those that did River as adult, if I had to guess.
And GG's Hyper, thanks for joining us.
Welcome into the booth at first, our first on Restream, second place overall. GG Hyper. Oh, you're muted.
Might have his own mic muted. I do that way too often.
Well, while we wait for Hyper to join us here in the booth, we'll continue watching Carp here in the Fire Temple.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, hi Hyper.
There we go.
GG's.
Thank you, GG's.
That was some amazing routing. Just a little redundancy with the child checks, but you got everything as you needed to go along.
Yeah, I didn't realize I was routing so well, but I only did 1 child the whole game, so that was crazy.
That's great.
Yeah, that made it really nice that you didn't have to do all those age changes.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I find it really hard to do a short child one with these Dungeon ER settings. I just feel like there's so much more to do as child. So I typically do a long child one.
Interesting. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily enjoy doing it. It's just I feel like there's so much to do with these settings. I think Dungeon ER just changes it a little bit.
And had you raced the other previous weeklies with these settings?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, and so you think that you that's something that you learned in these races then, or? Yeah,
I guess it's just something because I like to be pretty efficient and clean up what I can if it's on the way, and I don't know for what reason, but it just feels like there's more to do in Child 1.
Okay.
Rather than normally it's just a short child, you just pick up the songs, do Kikiri Forest checks and then back to adult usually is what I would do normally, but it's just a little bit different I think when you're checking dungeon entrances and things like that. I think things tend to open up a little bit more.
Okay, well tip of the cap then, that's great.
Yeah, we have Mr. Carp as our other restreamer other person on Restream, and I think he's kind of forgotten about Frog's 1 check.
Ooh, that hurts.
So he's missing the Rudo's letter to go get the hook shot, or aka long shot. But he, because he did the trick to get into Water Temple entrance with just the hook shot, which was cool to see on Restream. That was the first time we'd seen it on Restream. So he got his iron boots. He's able to do part of Water Temple, and he's did Shadow Temple. So he is still doing progress, but We're kind of curious when he'll go back and get that Rudo's letter.
Yeah, he'll be
Yeah.
hard stack until he gets Frogs 1. Alright, so
Yeah,
Hyper,
that's pretty.
forgive me, I don't know a lot about you. How long have you been racing Uter?
I started racing beginning of season 5.
Okay, yeah, so a couple years then, great.
Yeah, so I was pretty new then. Just missed out on Challenge Cup for that, and then took a year off, and then came back for S6 and made Challenge Cup.
Okay, great, yeah, so you made Challenge Cup, awesome, congratulations.
Thank you.
Anyone in chat curious? As Challenge Cup, we have our top runners for this tournament, and then the next set of
64.
runners, 64 runners were invited to the Silver Gauntlets Challenge Cup, and that's what Hyper is talking about. He got invited to, which is really cool.
And
Yeah.
when you started racing, were you doing the weeklies as well back then, in season 5, or?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, when I started, it was like right at the beginning of S5, so they were all quals anyway.
Yeah, sure.
And then I kept playing for probably about a month after quals were finished, and then took a break, and then came back to S6.
Definitely on this scene, you did amazing routing and everything. So kudos on that. Any thoughts on this scene?
It was. I don't know. I didn't actually feel like I was playing that well, but when I got to go mode, besides having Song of Time, I thought, oh, okay, I've actually routed pretty well. But it's always tricky with Dungeon ER because like you just can't really figure out where you're up to sometimes. I don't love these settings. I've enjoyed playing the new settings for weekly, but I'm ready for them to change next week for sure.
Yep. Cubs is going to put all the settings on a board and just throw darts at them. We'll see.
That'd be fun.
Here in chat, we actually, or in comms and chat, we had very interesting conversation about figuring out the Kakariko Village pass, because you had both Kakariko to Twinrova, which of course was your chickens for your mirror shield, but then you also had Kak to Bongo Bongo.
Yeah, that one was easy for me because the only other thing we found was Zora Tunic.
Yeah, we finally had to determine it was Zora Tunic, and we're like, okay, it has to be in Central Pillar because that's the only thing that requires the Zora Tunic.
Yeah, the thing that I struggled with, I still can't put together the Goron City Volvagia path. I don't know how hovers are long shot locked.
Hovers are long shot locked because the Iron Boots are long shot locked, because the only entry in logic would be Gold Scale with long shot into Water Temple entrance.
Oh, the entry. Okay.
Yeah, it's the the GGG/Water Temple entry.
Wait, where were the irons again?
Irons
were
were
in
in GGG.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
They were behind Strength 2 in the the Lake room.
Okay, that makes sense. I was trying to make up in my mind if I would skip the back of Shadow, because I wasn't sure if our hammer was going to be on this path or it was just going to be on Morpha, because I think that was my last long shot check left.
Real quick, we have our third place finisher with a time of 2 hours, 55 minutes, and 40 seconds of Tenacious Toad.
I would have saved time by doing that, but I was definitely wrong. It could have easily been in back of Shadow. So.
I'm having fun bragging. I actually called that the hammer was on Bongo Bongo. But yeah, it was interesting seeing. I liked ER to a point, but at the same time I don't, because I kind of like Deku Tree being locked until you get the Kokiri Sword, because it gives it a reason to have the Kokiri Sword.
Yeah, me too. That's why when I saw the Kokiri Sword in Lon Ranch, I'm like, do I even need to get this? And I thought, it saves sticks when if you're farming skulls and stuff like that. So.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, speaking of skulls, I like the way that you approach skulls. You just you really kind of trickled them along there until at the very end when you wanted to go turn them in. I like that a lot.
Yeah, and then I forgot. I couldn't even remember because I forget stuff all the time. So I had to double check that I actually turned in 20 skulls.
GG's real quick to our fourth place finisher of Krez with a time of 2 hours, 56 minutes, and 55 seconds. Sneaking in fifth is Belmont with a time of 2 hours, 57 minutes, and 34 seconds. GG's.
But yeah, I like collecting skulls along the way, especially when you have a CAC path. I just think you need to push to 20 unless you find heaps of stuff in CAC, which CAC was pretty like empty in this seed. So it
Yeah,
felt
but
like it was
Mido's
gonna be
house
on
was
skulls.
nice. Mido's house had your strength and your bag or your bomb bag.
Yeah, that was nice. It's always nice having an early bomb bag. But yeah, feels good. Like I didn't touch any of the unrequired dungeons in this seed, that was really nice.
Yeah, it always feels nice. We saw you kind of think about it in Jabu Jabu for just a second. You're like, nah.
Was it
Yeah,
just more a check to see the entrance, or was
yeah, it was just checking the entrance, and it's more just like I need like 5 seconds to process what dungeon I'm in and whether it's required, and then I can
Yep.
move on.
Yep.
That's the hard thing about Dungeon ER, because you just don't know what you're walking into until you're there.
there was a little bit of logic we figuring it out for us here in comms, just because we knew that Well had Jabu Jabu, or Jabu Jabu had Well there, and so
Yeah,
by process of elimination, you have to have a child available entrance for Jabu Jabu.
yeah, that makes sense. There's just too much going on for me to
Oh,
even
it's
think
just a
about that.
lot to think about when you're racing, so
I
we
mean,
fully
Yeah.
understand.
You handled the information pretty well from my point of view. You got second place in this race tonight. That's awesome.
Yeah, this is
Um,
my first podium finish for a weekly.
Oh, well, there you go.
Congratulations,
Awesome.
man!
A
Amazing.
bright future then. That's great. All right. Well, yeah. Tell me a little bit more then. Obviously, I can tell you are not from the same country as I am. Where do you hail from, Hyper?
I am Australian,
All right. Yeah.
the
Well,
only Aussie standard player at the moment.
All right. Well, you're holding down the fort then.
Yeah, so I think it's fair
old
that I can
Ausland.
be. I'm just by default Australian champion for Rando.
well, we're glad that
Love
you're
it.
able to join us for the North American weeklies. So, what?
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, how big a time difference is it from there versus when we start at
some-
6 p.m. Eastern?
Yeah, it's plus 15 hours at the moment, and then we're about to go out of daylight savings, so it'll go to plus 14. So that's
So
it's
8 a.m.
it's
or
8
9
a.m.
a.m.?
Yeah, it was better the other way around because it used to be at 10 a.m. and that was fine. And it's also Sunday, by the way. So
Yes. Happy Sunday to you. We still have about 3 more hours over here until we hit Sunday, but
yeah. But the EU
Oh.
weekly's just at a bad time.
yeah, that's
It's
what.
either 1 a.m. or 11 p.m.
Ooh, that's a bit late to be doing run-ins. Real quick, happy 3-hour mark, everyone here on Restream. Shout outs real quick again to Hyper, who's joining us now in the booth after finishing second. We also have Mr. Carp on Restream. Give them a follow. They're doing amazing racers. Tracking today is Axel Ryman and Siberian, who is tracking still for Carp. And joining me with the commentaries is none other than Hagmania, doing an amazing job.
Well, thank you very much, Cemetery, for also running the restream as well. So shout outs to you twice.
Happy.
Mm.
But I really don't have any more comments about this seed, and I'm just hoping that Carp will soon go child.
Hyper, I guess, what settings are you interested seeing tinkered with here in further weeklies?
I'd like to see a prelude start with random spawns and a pre-completed dungeon. I think they're cool settings.
Okay, all right, yeah. What do you think? What do you think that the benefits of that is from a, or what's sort of the I guess the effect of that on a race?
I think going back, I really like the random overworld spawns. So giving prelude start, I think, helps mitigate like the complaint of all the hiking back to Temple of Time. And I think the pre-completed dungeon helps eliminate some of the casino that can happen because there's less paths to choose from for your paths, so you're more likely to get hinted. Some of the more like, your mirror shields or dins and stuff like that.
Good. I like the reasoning behind that. Cool.
Showing us how our bot can actually have fun. But yes, we had the question asked, where was our hammer? It was on Bongo Bongo. You had some very clean dungeons, I will say. I like you did good on Twin Rova. Nice, quick They didn't troll you very much.
Yeah, I got lucky on one shot and then missed the other one after I hit the
You
one
were
that was
turned a little too much.
Yeah. But yeah, otherwise, like everything was pretty clean. Execution was pretty good. Key layout for forest worked really nice. So I could just rush up and set FW
That
and
was
then
a
draw the
nice move.
courtyard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always nice when it works out like that.
Car picking up Serenade, which was on Burning Cack.
Where do you after a race like this, like after the weeklies, do you go back and watch yourself, or do you not do any sort of review like that? How do you kind of process a finish?
Yeah, if I have time, I always like watching myself back, especially if I'm on restream. I'll usually watch restream back,
Oh
or I'll
God, I
run
don't know
my
about that.
or I might run my VOD alongside restream or something, or against the winner of the race. I've found like that's the best way to improve, like see
Sure.
what decisions I made and what the other person made, and like kind of figure out whether I would make that play or I was happy with my play and it just didn't pay out this time.
Well,
GG's to Cola, who finished with a time of 3 hours, 4 minutes, and 1 second for 6th place.
that's a big name that you came ahead of there, Hyper. Great job. So yeah, I think I'm really gonna have to see about doing some more commentary on these weeklies. I like getting to know the runners like Hyper that I didn't know much about. I'm glad I joined you, Cemetery.
Yeah, it's fun. Thanks for
Yeah,
doing
it's fun having random or new, not necessarily our top name runners always on Restream. We love having new, upcoming, and amazing runners like Hyper showing off for us.
Well, I think if he keeps at it, Hyper is going to be in that top runner conversation soon enough. So long as the timing works out for him, huh?
Yeah, it's always tricky.
Our self-proclaimed champion of Australia.
Our Aussie champ. Next week's another rando. Seed can be anything, so I hope you can join us next week.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Hey, look, Jimbo finishing with a time of 3 hours, 5 minutes, and 15 seconds for 7th place. GG's.
All right, I might get going. Thanks for the restream, everyone.
Have a good one. Thanks for joining us on interview.
Thank you. See ya.
All right, so Carp is now back child. This is where he needs to be.
To where is he going? Hey, Jimbo, welcome in.
Oh, I didn't even think about this, but Bottom of the Well is actually locked behind storms. That's kind of funny.
Fitting. Let's see where he chooses to go from here, because he did do for Rosewind. He's returning. He had it in Jabu.
This
Ooh,
is
he's
a
gonna finish
Jabu
out.
clear.
Okay, with that, chat, we would love to say thank you for joining us. We are going to actually raid Mr. Carp, and everyone to wish him good luck as he goes along, because we know that he's still missing that Rudo's leather inside from Frogs 1 to get into well, but he's gonna clear out Jabu's belly here, so over and raid him and wish him the best of luck. Shout out to our runners, Mr. Carp, Hyper Obsession joining us on Restream. Thank you again, Axel Ryman, Severian, And no spoilers to Mr. Carp when you get into his chat.
Yeah, nothing but love for Mr. Carp as we go raid him. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us here on Zelda Speedruns. We will be back tomorrow with more Ooter action for the EU Weekly, the last of these settings. Be finished tomorrow.
Yes, at 9 a.m. Eastern. And thank you, Hagmania, for joining me here on comms. It was wonderful to have you. Hope to join you again at some point.
Absolutely, I will be doing that in the future.
Have a wonderful night. We are going to go say good luck to Mr. Carp. Runner's still going on, Frosty.
I must have missed it somewhere really silly.